Back to the daily grind. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
On today's UFC 217 press media call, Cody Garbrandt said he was hungry for a mighty whiz bar. Not in those exact words, but he said Demetrious Mighty Johnson is next, and after TJ Dillashaw, he said he likes planning ahead of his fight. Well, not in those exact words. Let me read the exact sentence. He said he likes picking a fight ahead or something, which is kind of crazy to me because it just reminds me of people like Donald Cowboy Cerrone in his last fight, who, you know, were planning ahead of his opponent and what happened there. Donald Cerrone, as we know, had his next opponent already, you know, lined up pretty much, if not his opponent, at least the date. That was, you know, said by him and one of his teammates. He said, you can't have two contracts signed, so after I'm done fighting Darren Till, I'll be signing the contract for my next fight in December. Well, now he's got a 6-month medical suspension after fighting Darren Till, so he won't be back till maybe April or May next year. Definitely won't be December. Well, Cody Garbrandt, I don't know if it's the exact same thing. He doesn't have the contract lined up per se, but this is what he said. I always like a fight ahead of me. Mighty Mouse is next at 125 pounds. I can make 125 pounds on November 4th if I wanted to. So Cody Garbrandt, and I believe that, man. Cody Garbrandt's last fight versus Dominic Cruz in the Embedded, like a few days before weigh-ins, he was eating ice cream and shit with his girl. So I mean, he's already at 135 pounds. If the weight cut's not hard, I believe for sure Cody Garbrandt could make 125 pounds, and that would be such a great fucking fight, dog. Cody Garbrandt versus Demetrious Johnson. But this is the problem. TJ Dillashaw would also make 125 pounds if he were to win at UFC 217. He said that he even started the weight cut before, but Demetrious Johnson was like, no, the mouse wants no parts of the snake because we know how that goes in the evolutionary food chain. Well, that's not exactly how he said that either, but he wanted to fight Ray Borg because that was the fight that was already presented to him. So now Demetrious Johnson has beat Ray Borg, broke Anderson Silva's record for UFC title defenses, and it's looking like his next fight is going to be the winner of the Bantamweight Championship match at UFC 217, George St. Pierre versus Michael Bisping. The Bantamweight title bout is between Cody Garbrandt and TJ Dillashaw, and so whoever wins this fight is probably going to be fighting Mighty Mouse. That's for sure. But I don't know if that constitutes planning ahead, as in the Donald Cerrone, you know, Darren Till situation, which Donald Cerrone did release a statement to Darren Till and say, hey man, I didn't overlook you. I mean, I don't know how that goes. He says he wasn't overlooking Darren Till or whatever, but I mean, leading up to the fight, he said he didn't know who Darren Till was, and he already had his next fight planned out. So I mean, it is what it is on that. So what do you guys have to think about this? I mean, Demetrious Johnson, who else would be? Because I mean, Henry Cejudo's fighting Sergio Pettis, man. You would think the winner of that fight might fight DJ. But who knows? This is definitely the bigger fight, but it's going to be at 125 pounds, that's for sure. What do you guys think about that? The fact that these guys are coming down instead of Demetrious going up. Do you think that's the same thing? Because, I mean, it won't be the same thing as far as Demetrious going up and fighting bigger guys, but it's still going to be a two-weight title fight. This is going to be the Bantamweight champion trying to take the Flyweight championship. So do you guys think Demetrious Johnson's still going to get the same criticism he gets if he beats a guy that's fought at Bantamweight, even though he didn't go up? They came down to him, or what? To me, Demetrious Johnson is the greatest fighter of all time, not the pound for pound. But man, and I might get those confused. I might have my definitions wrong on that, or it's all fucking, he's one of them, goddammit. Either the GOAT or the pound for pound. It's Demetrious Johnson. He's got the best skills, in my opinion, in mixed martial arts as a whole. You talk about skills. Now when you talk about translating to different weight classes, that's not really Demetrious Johnson, as he's not going up to 135 pounds. These guys are having to come down to his weight class, but he is the king of that weight class. Do you guys think that if these guys come down, they'll be able to beat him? Because one of the criticisms of Demetrious Johnson is he hasn't fought the best guys in the world, you know, because the best guys in the world don't really fight at 125 pounds. Does that change? Because if TJ Dillashaw or Cody Garbrandt wins, they're easily one of the best fighters in the world. They're probably going to be, they're top 5 pound for pound on UFC's ranking. Cody Garbrandt's already in the top 6. TJ Dillashaw, if he beats Cody Garbrandt, will take his spot. So then, if they make 125 pounds, that changes that argument. You can't say the best guys in the world can't make 125 pounds at that point. Demetrious Johnson will have a win over one of those guys. So, until the flyweights start getting more credit, maybe that will be when Demetrious Johnson gets his credit, because we did see everyone is starting to come along, including the fans. In his last fight, everybody was cheering Demetrious or some shit like that, DJ, you know what I'm saying? The whole crowd, it was really dope to see, you know, his little ass in the middle of that big ass, with all them boos, in the middle of that big ass stadium, you know, little ass DJ getting the whole fucking crowd raining down his name. That was some fucking movie shit. But it was, I don't know, he also in that fight pulled off the mighty whiz bar. God, I wish he fucking named it the mighty bar. That would make every video involving Demetrious Johnson 100 times better if I could say that every person that wanted to smoke with Demetrious Johnson wanted to eat a mighty bar. You know what I'm saying? But now I gotta say they want to eat a mighty whiz bar. People, what the fuck is a mighty whiz bar? Oh, it's Demetrious Johnson's fucking suplex into armbar he pulled off in his last fight versus Ray Borg. That's got one of the worst fucking nicknames in move nickname history. Fuckity whiz bar. Just take out the whiz. Less is more. Less is more. It is what it is. Let the full-time family know what the fuck you talking about in the comments. I'm out. Or what about the mighty plex? Come on, dog.
Bye, Felicia.